I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is July 29, Tuesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So I'm not playing with y'all. Go watch yesterday's video. Said exactly what we thought was going to happen. So we ended up pushing up, got a new high, made the high. It was a rate at the 930, and then we're coming back down for that liquidity. I talked about this area here and these guys right here. And then I also drew the daily imbalance right there, but on the bottom left. But I didn't, not in this. This is the day before's projection, right? But yeah, I didn't draw that yet. But yeah, just fire, man. You can't make that up. And take a look. Take a look. Pretty good, huh? So what do? Well, we opened up and we gapped. So here was the reason why another sell was going to happen, because when we gapped today, we only offered buying. We didn't offer selling. So it's literally the candle pushed down because it gapped and then it pushed up, right? So then it just kept going, right? And that's what I thought. So Asia, we didn't get the coming down first, right? So that's why I made the example of coming up. All right, so they get 3 standard deviations up. We beyond that 500 level, by the way, but and then coming back down into what? Well, let me go to this. It'd be much easier to see. In my case, I'm looking to seal some of this opening range gap, most of it. And then, man, there's a lot to talk about here, but let me see if I could move through it. On Monday, I'm using also that, let me go to the trade. It'll be more cleaner so you can see what I was looking at, what I was thinking. I also did this projection here, from here to here, not the low. And then, and then also another thing was we didn't have any body down here. So that's why, you know, with a pump and a dump, okay, because I'm usually looking for a dump, then a pump, right? Going up, right? Dump to come down first, then pump to pump up. But in this case, I want to retrace back. So I want to sell off, and I'm looking for that pump to then dump. So it's the opposite, right? In this case. But here, and generally a real pump and dump, and generally what my data says is like, you know, it'll be a bearish day and it'll close low, right? So we didn't get that yesterday. I was making the video and it just started pushing up with this shit right here. You see that? Started pushing up. So, and then here's that gap right there. You see that? You see that? See how the candle drops and then it opens and just shoots up? So there's no sell offering there, right? So I don't know the algorithm's going to fix that. And that's just one point. The second point, there's many points, but the second point is that that's that first imbalance on Monday. The Monday and Wednesdays are very, very referenced. So, and then you can see my projection here. We get to 101.5 right here. That's what we're doing, fuck around pre 930. So 930 then shoots up. Where does it go? It goes to the 2. Boom. You're gonna see where my entry is very similar to it. Watch this fire. You're gonna see some super fire here. Look, we get a little speaker here, right? And then this is an entire speaker, and that's why I was drawing this, because I expect a speaker to form. I expect, and the speaker would be like, in this case, we shot up highs and then you come back for lows, you know, type of thing, right? So that's why I'm drawing it that way. But point is that all right, we reach up. This you expect it. You think it's gonna. First of all, you don't want to buy up here, right? And then I have the daily, these highs here. So there's one there and there's one right there. Let me zoom in a little bit. All right, so one right there, one right there, one right there. There's obviously the one we ran through in Asia, and then London, and then and anyways, that's that, right? So what am I trying to say here? So I'm measuring that last drop here from there low, and doesn't break that, and then we bust above. I'm using that, and then what's down here? Well, besides the opening range, the new week gap, and then number 2, no body. And that's why I kept stressing that. And that's why when I was selling down yesterday, I took that beautiful sell up here. Go watch yesterday's video if you didn't watch it. So you'll see me explain everything you're about to see the market do today. And then anyways, referencing back to that. And then here's that daily imbalance that we just hit. Okay. So there's this green level, these highs right there. That's those right there. That's that high right there and that's high, that high right there. Okay, and then there's another one right there, so you can see everything how it flows. Now we already wake up to pushing up. Okay, so now watch this sick shit. So this is, you're gonna see how I get my, you're gonna see how I know when it's time to fucking get in. Yes, this is an amazing entry, very similar to the entry method that I used last time. Now it's popping up, so the 930 pops up here, right? And pre 930, you see this imbalance, and then there's that one of those highs that's dragged out, which would be yesterday's high. And then 930 shoots up, retraces back, immediate rebalance is bullish, but I'm still expecting a sell. I'm still looking for the sell. Okay, how do I do it? Well, I just told you about that -2 up here, right? Take a look where it is. Okay, that's obviously 3 standard deviations up, but then look how I measure this. So I measure this high and this low. That's that speaker, right? The high and the low. And I'm retracing it backwards right here. You can see it. This is the measurement here. And I'm just using the bodies and the bodies. That's it, just the bodies. Look how I retrace it, and look where -1 is. You think that's a coincidence? I'm pushing sell right there. So I got that confluence. I know this is a pump. Now where's the dump? When I'm selling, what am I obviously doing? Sealing all this shit right here. Trying to get to these key levels. Now I got them circled. One right there. That's the 50% of the opening range. That's the midnight level. Beautiful. Okay, and then what's the next level that I'm highlighting, that you're seeing me squeeze it out? That's the 25%. That's the top of of the week's gap right there. And this is a sell model here. I was talking about it being a sell model where we're going to take this liquidity out right there, this guy right here, as a possible sell model. And even this guy here, I was even mentioning this, but they'll probably save it for tomorrow if they do it at all. It doesn't have to. The point is that this could be the sell model here, and this one, this patch of price action. Look how we when we gapped up, when we just sat on top of the new week open. That's the opening level today. I mean, of the week, actually, not here. This was the previous closing, but this is the actual open. So I'm highlighting, and there's a little liquidity right here. You see these guys right here? Little liquidity. What am I doing? I'm highlighting that area. That's a very key area to go to. Sure enough, the price goes to. Okay, so before I get down there, I got it measured here. You can see that. You can see the 1 and 1.5. I see that already, okay? But I also don't know what they're going to do. So what's my next third level that I have here that I don't have to hit, but I'm trying to go for it? What's this? This is the daily gap of today. Okay, you have this line is the 25%. This dark line is the 25% of the opening of the new week, and then you have the settlement right there, the sealment of the settlement, right? And what am I also coupling? That's that week. That's Monday's first imbalance. You think that you think that's by accident that I have that there, right? And also that would be a -1 here. So this is what I'm doing. I'm gauging. I'm trying to sell into it, and I'm trying to take the profit. Now I'm getting into London close. I want to kind of be done, and then maybe take one last trade so I can kind of be done. And this is what you see. So you can see here that we, before I get down here, you can see up here. So see when I'm selling up here, and obviously overbought, and you could see that I'm expecting this right here, this inversion, before we get down here. Okay, we pushed up and we made this inversion. I'm expecting these things to form before we come back down, and they're forming. Here's the first imbalance of today. Okay, you can see clearly, and then I'm using this as an inversion. You can see clearly we get a break right here, right? It's a break right here. So push down, push up, break. All right, you see it. That's the entry. This is the real entry. I'm just fucking hyping it a little bit, but I have confluence with what I just told you over here. Anyways, it's working. All right, and then here comes to the first imbalance. It's working. You see that, right? I don't even have to draw it. You can see it. Oh, I have it drawn, but you can see it pop in, and then that same bullish imbalance that we bought up from. Now we use that as resistance. You think that is by accident? Cannot be. We're tapping that bearish imbalance there. We're using this inversion to hold it. It holds it perfectly. Look where they overlap. Look at a little pocket of price right there. That's perfect. Wicking. Nope. Look at the body sitting underneath. I mean, dude, you're getting fire here, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I could be charging hell of money. I could be doing all types of charging firms for analysis and this, and I do it for free. So, I got upset yesterday because someone disliked the video. I was like, wow, how could you dislike a video? I was like, you're tripping. Fucking don't follow me, please, or don't watch them. Period. Don't be around me. You goofy. But anyways, this line, you see that high, which is Monday's high. You can see I got to drag that too. Look at that. Boom. These lines are not, it's not by accident here. Anyways, and then I squeeze it out. What do we do next? Well, I take a simple trade because I'm going to say this now. It's been difficult for me, and I'm sure for anyone else, to just even get 100 points. Like 75 points has been like the sweet spot lately. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck, But it's been tough. I'll be honest, it's been tough. And here, here's a 50-point trade. But what's it called? You see me get stopped out right here. So what do? We pop back up into here, and it's just a lower high. I'm trying to still get down here, right? I still have the same bias. But I just don't want it to whip up on me. But notice how where I mentioned this area that I liked, we came back to it. Right. So, but the goal is that this was a break, and it's just coming back up for a retest. It's coming back up for a resistance, just basic price action. So the candle's pushing up, and I'm trying to get in there. Right. And what am I doing? I'm trying to come back down. So I know you see me squeezing it here, taking the screenshot. Right. I'm trying to get closer down here, and sure enough, take it out, be done. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what happens anymore. I'm already in London close. Right. So yes, I understand this is still coming, so I'm trying to get there, but it wasn't easy. Now, as you see the progression of everything, look how we came to it. So now you got everything unfolding here, and yes, I see this. I talked about it yesterday. That was some bullshit. And it was funny, like I said, they can't get us off their back. There's so many good traders. There's so many people who can see what they're doing. And that's why they keep coming back up and down like that, right? So that's why I projected what I projected, but you can see here, now we're underneath that daily gap today, right? And in the red, I know there's a lot of lines here, I know, but just, and then you can see us right there using Mondays. Watch how we use Mondays today. Mondays first and balance. And then we sell off under the 50, playing around the 25, come back above, break out, come right back down. Now we get outs. This is the key of in general speaking, is to get out of here. But what am I doing here? Now you could see I have to clear the daily imbalance there. I didn't drag this. That was this high right here, which would be that little high, that guy right there. If I drag that out, we had bought from it yesterday, remember? When we tagged it again. I didn't drag it out because I was just so focused on price. But I knew that we just tagged it, and we took this liquidity here. Okay. Not the bottom guy, but this guy. And sure enough, I'm just looking for a simple move to come right back up into what? Easy sellers here. So I end up squeezing it out and just be fucking done. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be happy with it. But I have my signal here. I have, and why, and someone will say, why would you take this? Or it's pretty scary to take it. Wouldn't you want it to hit this? Yes, but what they like to do is they like to not hit it, act all incognito, and then fucking come forward like they just did now. So right now I have two projections here. I have this projection here. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so I have it projected like this here. And of course, my best case scenario would have been to get right back into here. Why? Because there's -1. We have the 50%, we have the midnight level, and we had this easy support resistance. Like, that was so easy to catch. I mean, I caught it, but it can come right back down because of the fact that I know that it's still wanting to have a body down here. So they're going to keep the price down here. And I fucking said it yesterday. So that's explaining why I don't expect it to just keep going all the way back up, because I'm going to squeeze it immediately. So this was a projection if it was to have a lot of strength, and it did not. How did I end up projecting it? I ended up projecting it like this. And that's how I knew it was a wrap. But I didn't want to show both. I couldn't show both because it's just A, too much shit on the chart. B, I just, But this is how I ended up projecting it. So I used the bodies of these last 2 down candles, just the bodies. Take a look at it. Look what we did. I squeezed up here. You saw me squeeze up here, right? And look where it tagged. It tagged right there. It tagged the fucking open of the week perfectly. That's not like, this isn't random, bro. And then you have the bottom 25%. Let me see if I can. You had the bottom 25% here, that level, right, of the opening range gap, right, and have a -2 and a 2 to 2.5 because I'm using this. This is for me. This is like super refined. I mean, obviously, refined would be just using this last down candle, which I could have. If you want to see how it looks like, I'll just do that. Well, this is not. Yeah. So you'll see 3.5 to 4, whatever. I understood that too, actually. But this, watch how we did this. Well, we came and we tagged it, and then we came all the way back down. So I'm like, okay, are you gonna run through it or not? This is me now. This is me not trying to find out what the fuck they're gonna do. But beautiful sell here. You can see it algorithmically coming underneath all my levels here. Boom, getting right to the last down candle, sealing it, building liquidity. What do? They push it for a new high, motherfuckers. I don't expect it to keep going. I still expect this to be a sell. Which I actually ended up catching this because of the first imbalance of the PM session. It's in green here. I don't know why. I have to click away for it to stay green. I don't know why it does that. But at this moment, we had a divergence here. Look how they snapped. Look at this. This was super dirty. They when we came back up, we snapped up to the 25% and that -2. Boom, bro. You can't make that shit up. Right? And then they're just trying to get to these sellers down here. Why? Because if you look to the left of the chart, we were buying. And then obviously when they come down here, oh, okay, well, we're going to use this as resistance and sell. You got people starting to get into trade here. And it's just, this is in general, but also trying to get that guy from getting down here. All right. And then you'll see this divergence here, how they did it. And by the way, very obvious higher high here. And we got the price action that I would have liked, right? And just like yesterday, like I didn't get the price action I wanted. I wanted it to be just like the other assets, right? And today I got what we wanted, and they technically to me didn't. To be honest, I prefer this price action down here, but. The point is that they didn't keep that body down and they pushed it up. Okay, cool. Now they're keeping that body fucking down, right? And then so there's your divergence, very obvious, and that was how I was able to get that sell also. And then you can see that little divergence with that fuck. If you were watching Price Live, that was a nasty little wick, and that was a higher high. These were lower highs here, and then that pushed it down. I wasn't involved too much, but here. The other reason why I took that buy is because I knew we just took out that liquidity that we mentioned. All these guys had already took their shit too. So no expectations for it and just squeeze out and be done. And then, not have to overthink it. But again, this is just a lower low. These are lower highs, and then they're making another lower low. And that's just that. Dollar was also kind of reaching up too. So it's helping us with our sell. An idea. What else? Let's go through it. I told you guys yesterday, yo, can't make this shit up. I said I had the previous 2 days lows here, and that's a breakout level. Do we want to come in there or not? They did. All right. So beautiful sell for today. Maybe the high of the week for Tuesday. I don't know. I doubt it because there's so much news this week, and it's just like we'll see what happens. But I'm still bullish, and they did retrace. So buys we'll be looking for if it happened already now. But you could just see this is a sell by sell day. So it's a little pump and then it's a dump, and really I'll just call it a sell by sell day. Sell by sell would be just meaning it's just sell by sell, right? It's just structured down. If it's a buy sell buy, then obviously you're gonna see in a bullish day. If it pumps first, then I'm gonna see a buy sell buy. I'm telling you my models here. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you super fucking game right now, actually. But this was pretty clear for the bearish day. And then this is S&P. I also mentioned this too, right? I talked about that. And then I said, do we want to tap into this imbalance here with that breakout level there? And then we also had the previous day's lows, and then we just swept that. Looks like we're going to maybe probably do that now, right? And then I also mentioned yesterday, you got to listen very carefully. I said a lot of things, and I remember what I said. So, if you're paying attention, you should. But I said I want to come into the previous week's body, and I want to, catch some of that. You would want to catch some of that liquidity. And then, as you can see here, pretty easy there too. And yeah. And then I also mentioned, what else did I mention? Okay, the body there. We're getting that body here. Look at the wicks in the body. So they're just playing around, trying to act like it's going to be like bullish here. And then they want to come outside and get to that daily imbalance. And I said that I want to hit this candle. This July 24th, Thursday. I want to hit the high. I want to hit maybe the body of it. And that's why I was talking about us coming down into here, grabbing that guy. That's a little sell model right here. So you get the little origin. You push up, a couple drives, you come back and sweep it. You have this range itself here. Also talked about from here to here, coming back in for a retracement. This is more of the realer retracement. So, well, you get your flow up first, right? And if you look at the drives here, I don't usually count that break, because that's the previous highs range. High, higher, low, and then you push up. So I don't count that one, right? And then you pushed up once, twice, 3 times the charm. I'm gonna miss something here. What was I felt like I was gonna say something else. But I think that's pretty clear, dude. I wanted to take a look at this and tell you see if how close we got or not. Why is it so dark? I mean light. See that? I talked about this when we were down here, getting closer to up here, right? And this was a nice refined area. It might be incorrect, but that was just the idea here. And then yeah, real close, buddy. We were like at the time we were like 100 points, not even. Yeah, about 100 points away. 100 handles away. Okay, I'm pretty sure I made this long. And then Nvidia also, they gapped up here. And then again, so that's the all-time high right there, right? And then and we busted through. They're retracing for that. Pretty fine here, with that. That's pretty logical. Oh wow. We've actually pushed up a lot. So, oh boy. So we have FOMC. Is that tomorrow? I think that's tomorrow. To be honest with you, I'm running out of ideas here. I'm fresh. I'm fresh out of ideas here, because it's becoming the new month, and let me just take a look at that seasonality. And September is going to be kind of like all over the place a little bit. So, July, August. I'm sorry, not September. August. August is next. I don't even really want to trade too much this month coming up, but speakering out type of thing. Very high resistance, a little bit. There'll be some impulses, but I don't know. The real move is to happen in the last quarter. But at this moment, I'm gonna say we're just gonna pull. We're pulling back, so I would like to just kind of. I mean, I would like to just kind of grab these guys here, and then, well, and that's coming into September, I believe. Just give me a second, man, because it's not really important, to be honest with you. I mean, let's just say, I don't know, to be honest with you, man. This shit here look kind of crazy. Well, let's just, I'm just gonna keep it simple. So there's nothing really I can mention right now from here. Does this want to come? just to here and take these guys out, or do they want to come into here? So either here and going up, either going up from right now where it is, obviously, so that would look like this, right? All right, so it's either gonna just pop up, which I don't think so. And then does it want to grab these guys here? Or does it want to come down to here? I know I'm missing something, dude. And that's pretty much it. So, I don't know. There's nothing, not too interested in the market at the moment. Is this going to be a support level? They did get to that daily imbalance. Let me delete this. Because I'll be honest with you, man, like I don't, who knows, bro, from here. Like everything else made sense going up, but it's like, if I'm going to keep it simple though, I'm going to expect it to go straight up from here even. So we have Monday's imbalance. Tomorrow's Wednesday's imbalance. First imbalance is going to be very key in the market too. So we're going to see if we can get above it if we're bullish and below it if we're bearish type of thing. Obviously we're still bullish, but I'm just kind of losing steam with them in a way. We did come to an oversold, so we can get some wacky price action like this where, it's like popping up and then come right back deep to then go up. And then that's why I'm not really that interested. I need to let this kind of play out a little bit for an oversold. And then the 4 hour, it hasn't been on an oversold in the 4 hour for a long time, dude. Like fucking this whole run, to be honest with you. Wow. The last 4 hour, the last time we had an oversold on the 4 hours over here, which is, man, we're talking about in fucking May. Right there. And I don't even think that is on the oversold, but right there. So, I mean, I would assume that we would kind of keep coming down more on this 4 hour. That's why I'm giving you the example of like coming in here. And then there's a gap right here. Who knows? We'll see. But this is oh no. Damn, we've fucking moved a lot already, dude, in July. So yeah, we expected that July bullish month, man. So again, nice speaker there, right? So you expect that tops, you expect that right here, right there. You see that? So we've done that. So I mean, if you ask what I would like to see, I just would like for it to just go straight back up. I mean, that's what I'd like to see. I don't even want it to come down here. To be honest with you, I would like to just see them get this guy here. And then that'd be it. But notice how what I want and what they're going to do is two different things. And I wanted something to happen yesterday. And yes, I was participating in it, but I never took these buys up, right? You might be thinking it's on the defense mode, but I still give the option of it pushing up. Why? Because that was a support area. I'm not going to hold it. I didn't want to hold it through these ranges are on the weak side to me. They're offering. It's like I said, the 75 points has been like a sweet spot for me lately. And dude, it's been a little frustrating. I've been trying to get more than that. And I'm just playing it cool, but I'm trying to do the best I can. But anyways, worked out beautifully today. I know I talked my fucking ear off. 38 minutes. So yeah, daily. I know there's a lot of lines here. It's kind of confusing sometimes for you probably. Just move it so it's clear. My goodness. What the fuck, bro? And there's one right there. It's okay. I'll keep it in this color. I don't want another color. But notice how, we did this and we used that first imbalance. This was a nice sell down to here, which is actually what I took. It's the first imbalance of the PM session. We pop in, overlapping these key areas right here. And then look at the bodies right there, and then boom, that's not coincidence, bro. It's green. It's supposed to be green. Every time I hover, it changes. It's fucking annoying. So they're building this shit right here, right? Boom, nice wedge, whatever they call it in retail, and then boom, all the way down, buddy. And just fire. I'm not gonna buy this though. I'm not trying to hold that either. Don't care. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a step back probably. Um, I think I've said everything, right? Said all that. Went over them. Went over that. Went over that. And the trades. Oh yeah, I'm tired. I know I'm gonna miss something, but yeah, this price action was in that 1 and 1.5. See that? See that shit? So I measured it there, 1 and 1.5 there. We did nicely, and then we're coming down, and that's why here's that too. Um, you know, that's these guys are in trouble here. Those guys right there. So I think that would be. Let me just put this on a higher time frame. I'll keep it on the 1 hour too. I'm gonna take it off the 4 and keep it on the 1 hour. I just want to show you. See it? Look at the -2 right there. And then, yeah, kind of what those guys break out. We'll see. I'm expecting it to kind of come in here. But I wasn't a part of it. So, hey, it is what it is. It's all good. And then we hit -3 standard deviations on the Asia range, bro. I mean, man, it's pretty slick. You guys take care. God bless.